I'm so confused. I know I heard you loud and clear, so I followed through. Somehow I ended up here. I don't wanna think, I may never understand that my broken heart is a part of your plan. When I try to pray, all I got is hurt in these four words. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Thy will be done. I know this don't feel good now, and I know you things I could never think about. Count it all joy, noise, makes sense. Sometimes I gotta stop. You're God, and I'm not. Like a child on my knees, all the promise to me. I know your plans are for me. Goodness you have in store. I know you hear. I know you see. Your plans are for me. He's all that comes to me. I know you see. I know you hear.
Hey, 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 everybody. It's your girl, Jassy Crazy Faith Stokes here. And I want to welcome you, welcome you, welcome you. Bravo, bravo, bravo for making it here, guys. This was your first step. This was your first step in doing something awesome for you. That's right. This was your first step making it here with me. So I want to first welcome you and thank you all. My name is Jazzy Crazy Faith Stokes, for those that do not know me. And I am a international life coach, motivational speaker, business coach. And I am the not the creator of AI. I can't say that, but I'm the creator of this masterclass. And I know that a lot of people have become overwhelmed with the idea of just what is AI and how can I use it and what are all these people talking about? Why do I see all these pictures of AI generated images popping up over my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? I know you guys see them just as much as I do. So, this action packed masterclass is designed to supercharge your content creation if you haven't already been using AI, or for those that are just wanting to get an introduction to it. That's what this AI masterclass is. And it's to help you to create, right? We all have a creator inside all of us. So, that's why this masterclass was not just for a creator, but I wanted to help the entrepreneurs. I wanted to help the influencers that are just getting kind of like a block. I wanted to help small businesses that are trying to put themselves more on a frame of where they can use, AI generated um, let me slow down, AI generated content, thank you, to help them with exploring new ways to promote their businesses on and offline. I have done this with my own business. That's why some of you guys are here today, because of that content that you guys clicked on and that you guys wanted to learn more about with me today. So I welcome you, welcome you, welcome you here. And you can hear I have a little puppy there that I'm babysitting, and he is barking his head off. So there's nothing I can do about that, but we're going to keep going through. So I want to first start off by getting you guys to start brainstorming, start thinking about what it is that you want to use AI for. What is my reasoning for being so interested in AI? Well, I mean, of course, everyone, what is everyone else's interest in being so interested in with AI? Is because for me, I was thinking, oh, content creation, who I need help with that. Oh, what else can I use it for? Oh my gosh, helping me to write certain things out so that I'm not having to think about every single word that I have said. It's like I'm thinking it, but sometimes our brain can think so quickly that we say things. And then when we're saying them, it doesn't quite come out the way that we'd like for it to come out. It's not as receptive as we wanted it to be. I mean, I fumbled through words and ideas for so long. And so that's the reason what I love about AI is sometimes you have like an autonomous person that you can just say, hey, I'm thinking this. How can I maybe say this in a better way that might be relatable to people, right? And that's what I love about AI is that AI gives you that ability to kind of ping pong off of something or an autonomous um, designed artificial intelligence that helps us to be able to utilize it in a way that where we can ping pong off of some of its ideas, and it can actually expound on what we thought and maybe say it in layman terms so it's more simpler for those that are trying to understand. We don't want to talk over people, we want to talk to people, right? And so that's the reasoning for me wanting to do this masterclass, because I feel that a lot of times people can be lost and what's happening, what's the promotion, what's going forward, right? And AI is that. AI is coming across in so many different ways. I don't know if you've gone in to maybe doing like a Facebook message, and if you've sent someone a message, even a business a message because you were interested in something that you saw through a Facebook ad, you might get like a little message that might pop up and say, "Hey, this is the AI assistant robot," right? And that robot is a chat box that's put on that person's business messenger so that those chat boxes can respond to you. And that response is really important and crucial, not only just for us as content creators or business people or entrepreneurs, but it's just a way of that you will never ever miss an interaction with anyone that might be wanting to be interested in anything that you might be selling or providing. So let's dive into this brainstorming session. What is it that you want to use AI for? What is your unique content niche and audience persona? I mean, are you wanting to come across to people as just like, I'm this business, of course I want you to come and entertain whatever I'm selling, whatever I'm doing, but how can you show them that that you're even personable, right? You didn't start that business in mind because you were just thinking, oh, I'm going to make all this conglomerate of money, right? You thought of this business or even wanted to be an influencer because you're thinking that you wanted to speak to people and show your passion, right? So that's what I want you to think. I want you to think about that. I want you to come into this and say, okay, well, what is my niche? What is a niche, right? Have you guys heard like so many times, like niche market, niche person, niche this, right? So I know some of you guys have been just questioning, like, for those that are not in the business realm, I mean, niche might be something that you're just hearing and you're just wondering, what is that word? Well, I mean, to in layman terms, to make it easy for you, it's just saying, what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you want to entertain people or introduce people to, right? You want someone that is going to see that your passion is something that is going to help them feel comfortable, right? And comfortable with whatever your ideas are, right? So that's what niche is. And if you want the Oxford Dictionary of definition of niche, then please, by all means, go look for it. It'll help you to understand. And it just means that, your ideal position. An ideal position, just, where you want to be, what you want people to receive from you. That's why I say it's more your passion. What are you wanting to show people? What are they thinking that you might be already selling, right? They're thinking, oh, I need that, but you might already be selling it. So that's what it means when it says your niche market. Who are you wanting? How can you find those people that are looking for the same things that you decided to sell or that you decided to create, right? So, one of the biggest people that I love to talk about, because my son, who is 13, guys, is always so interested in, is Mr. Beast. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of who Mr. Beast is. But he started off like just with the YouTube. My son I call him the biggest YouTubian there is, because he loves to watch Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast just a great YouTuber that started off just doing content, just bringing people in like the gaming world, showing them how to play certain games, talking with them. And I mean, you think of this guy who just wanted to show people just kind of like cheat codes, right? To show them how to game better and how to do this and how to get through this level of a game, right? And his content through YouTube grew exponentially. And so he kind of spun that content out into actually giving back. So he started giving back, and then his content even grew bigger because it started off just him being a young man, just wanting to show people and gaming people how to play games, to then actually going out on the streets and showing charitable things that he did by donating things to people. And that's what I want you to think of yourself as. I want you to think of yourself as the kind of like creator. You start off on this creator level, like Mr. Beast, of wanting to create something, but then while you're creating and you see that your content is growing and you're seeing that you're getting more people actually following you and subscribers, you start realizing that not only are you being a content creator, but now you're moving into the place of also being an influencer. You realize that because of who you're meeting and who's talking to you on those levels and across the board, you're able to realize that, oh my gosh, I'm really influencing someone, because these people start sending you messages and say, you've changed my life with the way you treat people, the way you talk with us, right? And so then that makes you start feeling like, well, what else can I do? What else can I do than just create these videos and this content? And so that's where you move into an influencer level and you start influencing people by doing things with, of course, funds. Now that you're being a content creator, you're able to have more funds because people are following your content. You're getting more subscribers, and it's moving you into a place of where now you can actually help people, not only yourself, but others and close friends and family that you never thought that you could do at one point, right? What I love about that is that as an influencer, you're able to push yourself out of a comfort zone that you used to be in, right? First, you just thought that you were going to be on this level of just creating content. And then now you're moving into an influencer to where now you realize that you're impacting people's lives. Every single person that's following you, those people that even maybe naysayers, you're impacting them in some way. That's the reason why they're following you. And Mr. Beast, has held himself to such a level of showing that he moved out of content creation to being an influencer, from an influencer to a small business man, because he decided out of his influencing and who has he helped, that he decided to create a candy bar called These Nuts. And I kid you not, this is real, guys. Go look it up. I kid you not. And the first time I heard this, I chuckled because I'm like, what a name, These Nuts. Like, I don't know if you're into the hip hop, era or anything like that, music, whatever, but they used to always like have this adage that they used to say, these nuts, these nuts, these nuts. And so this guy, and I don't, and his, and he, if you looked at him, if you know who Mr. Beast is, Mr. Beast is not African American in any way, but you realize that that culture has influenced him, and to be able to become an entrepreneur and use what he heard all his life to create a candy bar to sell to people on major places, like local, like here in the US, we have a lot of 7-Eleven chains, and 7-Elevens are open 24 hours a day. So just to go into a 7-Eleven chain that's open 24 hours a day and see this man's candy bar sitting on the counter, that shows you that now he's moved into another place. Small business owner, entrepreneur. And so I wanted this masterclass in, to influence some people, but impact some people in a way where they can realize that they can start small. You can start small as just in creating content for yourself and deciding to move out of that area and that arena to maybe an influencer, to maybe an entrepreneur, to maybe a small business owner. This is why it was so important for me to have this master classes, because I want you to know that as you grow and as you get bigger, you're going to need a network behind you, not just any network, but a network that's going to assist you in every capacity of your growth. And so this masterclass is going to help you, to show you how to use these tools that are going to help you to grow in your capacity, and as you reach different places and different audiences, that now you have these tools in place to help you so that you are not going to get overwhelmed. As an entrepreneur myself, as a small business owner myself, you will know that not every time you will be able to have all hands on deck. That means your hands, you got two hands. You cannot commit to doing everything for everyone. So you have to learn to delegate. And in delegating, you're actually allowing your network, those people that you're meeting, those businesses that you're meeting, and you're allowing them to work with you. And so that's what this masterclass is going to show you, is that it's going to show you my large network. I am not by myself. It takes a lot of people to help me to get to this level, to be able to come before you in this forum and speak to you on this level. So, we're going to learn what your niche audience is. My niche audience, as a heart person, as a life coach, as a business person, as a business coach, is to make sure that I can speak to the heart of the person or the heart of the business, right? So that's my niche audience, is that I want to be able to speak to those people that are thinking, hey, I want to do this to help others, right? So I love people that are helpers, right? That could be social workers, that could be counselors, that can be dentists, that can be doctors, that can be whomever, in whatever field that you in, that you are in, that you feel that you want to help someone, that can be anybody, right? That's a large niche group, right? So like I said, I'm a heart person. So I look for people that are engaged with what I'm saying to them, how I'm presenting it to them. And so as I do that, I realize that people want to work with me. They want to speak with me because they ask me questions. Well, how can I, oh my gosh, how can I do that? And I tell them and I give them answers. And this is all free information. And this is where I want you to be in this, is that sometimes giving away free information will allow people to follow you because they realize that you have some competence in what you're doing. And that's where I want you to free. This is a judge free zone. This is, no one's going to judge you here. You're going to be open to whatever is going to be given here. You're no one's gonna snicker at you. We might laugh. I'm not gonna lie, we might laugh, but we're not snickering at you. We're laughing with you so that you can know that this is a place for us to be harmonious. We can be free of our ideas, and we can actually ask those questions and kind of like, bounce off of each other and say, hey, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I never thought of that. Because that's how I've met a lot of the people I network with, is because sometimes their niche and what they're doing is so entertaining to me that it intrigues me, right? Because it's like, how did this person think of that, right? And I mean, it's easy to think of like a doctor. You go to the doctor, you know that you're sick, so you're going to the doctor because he's going to make you feel better by prescribing you something, right? That's an easy niche. If that doctor has gotten his doctorate in that field, then that's who you're going to go to help you. A dentist, same thing. For it, you're going to go to the dentist because your teeth hurt, right? Something's wrong in your mouth. So that's what I'm telling you is when you think of your niche, I want you to think up on that level. So as a heart person, I like to think on the level of helping people. And again, this is why I am here in this masterclass because I want to help people get affluent with artificial intelligence. I went to Dubai, and in Dubai, I realized that I had ordered something with um, kind of like in the States, here in the US, we have Uber Eats. Well, over there, they have another company. And I heard a knock on my hotel door, and I went to the hotel door while I was in Dubai. And the funniest thing was there. It was a box, and it had the name of the company that I ordered the food from. And it was an automated little robot. And that's how most people think of AI, this artificial intelligence. It's going to be a robot. It's going to be a robot that's going to show up and they're going to deliver your food and it's going to talk to you and all of these things. And that's how originally I thought of AI is it's going to be everything is going to be a robot. So I was thinking that AI doesn't resonate with me because obviously I'm not an engineer. I'm not in that field. I'm not interested in robots, right? I'm not interested in building these technological feats that are going to help people because I that's not my interest, right? But in learning about AI, and I actually took a course through Billie Jean Marketing. So for those in San Diego that know Billie Jean Marketing and those around the world that don't, take a look. He's a great guy. He actually taught me more about AI. And in taking this class, I learned a lot that AI is not about just robots. It's about information. And I don't know how many of you are in the US or abroad, but growing up in the US, we had these infomercials, and infomercials, of course, were way before the time of com- um, of the internet. So we used to have this guy named Lesko, and he would come on late at night selling informational books. And he used to have these suits that he wore that had question marks on them. And it was just basically like, you got this question, here's the answer. You got this question, here's the answer. And it would entertain me so much because this guy kind of looked like the Joker and the Riddler kind of all mixed up together. And he was just so over the top in his personality that I know it pulled people in because he was just so entertaining. And so as you grew and grew up in the US, you realized that this man obviously was making a lot of money off of these books because every night, and infomercials back then were not cheap. You knew that being on TV was expensive. So every night you would see these things and you would just see him like over the time as you grow up, you start, of course, seeing him age. But as he was aging, his main thesis did not change. It was all about information, selling information. And what I realized is in him doing that, I started growing up and I got a bachelor's in criminal justice because I was always intrigued by information, what you could find out about information. And guess what I found out in looking in the background of Mr. Lesko? The information that he had compiled in this book was public information. And public information is free information. But If someone does not want to take the time to go and look for that free information, he compiled it into this book and sold it. You got that? Did you get that? That little nugget right there. He compiled free information into a book and he sold it because people don't want to do the research. They don't want to do it themselves. They want it to be handed to them in an easy fashion where they can have an index and say, okay, well, I want to do grant writing. Well, here, let me go to this page and see this grant writing. Okay, well, today I want to talk to this senator. He had the Senate, no lie. I kid you not. He had the Senate. Because you know why I know? Because my mom bought the book. My mother bought the book. And when she bought this book, I was so excited because I used to be up late watching this gentleman on TV. And when I went through the book, I looked at it and I was so underwhelmed. I was underwhelmed because I was like, this doesn't really relate to me. I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that. But the point is that he compiled it all together and he was getting paid off of giving people free information. That was an aha moment for me. I realized that going to college and getting my bachelor's in criminal justice, that I did not want to use my bachelor's degree in a manner to um, arrest people or anything like that. I didn't want to be a police officer. I didn't want to be an attorney. I didn't want to do that. I always wanted to work on the informational side of things. So I started a judgment recovery company. And in that judgment recovery, and if you don't know what judgment recovery is, it is basically doing all the paperwork for people. Some people get inundated with and overwhelmed with the idea of filing paperwork and going after people after they've won a judgment. They don't know how to get their money. So that's where I came in. I actually helped them with their paperwork by coming in and helping them find the people that owed them money, doing all the letters to them, letting them know that this is how much you owe them, letting them know that you're going to be paying this much interest if you don't pay them. That's what judgment recovery is, kind of like being a bill collector. But the difference of a bill collector and a judgment recovery specialist is a bill collector does not go before a judge. Every judgment that is considered a judgment goes before a judge, which is called adjudication. So because that judgment goes before a judge, that means that the person that's won that judgment has 10 years to collect on that judgment in the state of California. I can't tell you about other states. I can only tell you about the state of California because that's the only state that I had my company in, and that's the only state that I currently am or was a judgment recovery specialist for. Um, so in the state of California, they have 10 years. And if you can't find them in that 10 years, the state of California allows you to renew it for another 10 years. That's right. So that means that if you can't find them in the first 10 years, you have 20 years to chase after this person. Now, some of you might say, okay, after the first couple of years, I just be like, this person's never going to find me. But you have no idea what changes in a person's life over a 20-year span. Just because they got into this trouble and got that judgment against them in this year doesn't mean that they don't accrue property over a 20-year span. And they're not assuming that someone is going to go after them. And so that's what I love is that information and being a harvester of information can put you in so many great rooms. It can put you in the realm of that you're able to disseminate this information across a broad range of people, especially since we have the internet now. And you're able to meet people now around the world. So that puts you on an even larger information highway. Right now, when I was doing the judgment recovery, it was only I was only able to do it in the state of California. Now, people would always ask me questions and send me questions, and they would be in other states. And I would, of course, try to help them because that's the kind of heart person I am. I would help them. I mean, I would leave out of courtrooms. People thought I was an attorney, and I'd have to tell them, no, I'm not an attorney. I'm just this. Not that I couldn't go and become an attorney. I just, that wasn't my interest. I wasn't interested in actually doing those kind of suits. My interest, like I said, I've always been in paper, crossing the hairs of paper and finding and researching. That's always been my interest. So I actually got a certificate in paralegal, and I actually became like paralegal for certain attorneys, and I would do certain paperwork research for them so they can do dissertations and things like that. So it was always fun for me because um, I always had different funnels of ways to receive income because I would kind of spread myself out. And so in doing this, I decided to do some give back work. And in doing that give back work, I decided to help with I don't know if you know what ABA is, but it's applied behavioral analysis, and it's for kids on the spectrum. And I decided to do that work. And in doing that work, I became a behavior technician. And so, as a behavior technician, I was doing the therapy with them. I realized that I would talk to friends freely, outside of that work. And they would say, gosh, I wish that you were a life coach. So then that's why I delved into the life of being a life coach because I learned more and more about it. It sparked interest in me. And then I went from being just a regular life coach to people to be business coach because I had all of these entrepreneurial skills from things that I had done previously. So it just only continued to kind of snowball into what you're seeing now. And that's what I'm saying is with your niche market. Whatever you decide to do in the beginning can snowball you moving forward into other places. And you may not even expect it to happen. It just happens so naturally that these other doors begin to open just because you put yourself out there. And that's what I'm saying is if you're going to put yourself out there in the greatest way and capacity that you can, right? And that's by making sure that you're setting yourself up from the beginning by being a creator. We all have creative ingenuity in us to then maybe deciding to be an influencer. I mean, you don't realize that because you create certain things that might influence someone. You might be just a creator of. I had an aunt. It was every year she would create business baskets. She went from creating Christmas baskets to Easter baskets to sometimes Thanksgiving baskets. So it was so funny that someone had received one of her Thanksgiving baskets, that it was a small business owner that he asked her, hey, can you maybe do this a basket for me for business retreat? So she started doing baskets for him for his business retreat, and it spun out into a larger thing to where she obviously started doing baskets on different levels for different people's Mother's Day. She went into Father's Day. It just became a big thing for her. And then she started selling her baskets on eBay. That's right, eBay. So that's what I'm saying is that you could start something right from your home and think that it may not be of interest to anyone else but the close conglomerate of people that you're attached to, and realize by them gifting just one person outside of your network that can introduce you to a whole higher level of people that you may have never thought you would have the opportunity to entertain, right? So that's what this is. This is helping you to realize that you are going to be going to a place that you have no idea. And the only way that you're going to be able to move into these places is by helping yourself to realize that you have the tools inside of you right now. You have the ideas inside of you. You are able to delve deep down inside of who you are and what you want to do and move forward. I want you to not just be a content creator or feel overwhelmed with content creation. If that's not your interest and you have an interest to put yourself forward as a business or as an influencer, then let somebody else do that for you. I'll tell you more about that later. But I want you to think about that. I want you to really, really think about that because that's what this is going to do. This is going to help you catapult yourself into the next level from creator to influencer, from influencer to entrepreneur, from entrepreneur to small business owner, just like Mr. Beast did. And that's what I want you to think, that all of these things run congruently with each other. But the only way they can run congruently with each other is if you work it. You have to put the effort in. And I'm going to help you to show you that while you're putting the effort in, you're going to have a support team behind you that's going to help you be successful in all of your endeavors. So, now that we've talked about niche markets and audiences, and you've heard a little bit about my story of these things, let's try to think of using some creative exercises, right? So, one of the things I want you guys to get used to is hearing the word Google Gemini. I know you guys have heard things like Chat GPT, Bard. Bard is now Google Gemini. iCloud or Cloud. I've heard of some of those things. I want you guys to Chatsmith. I'm trying to think of all of the ones I've heard that have used AI. I want you guys to just get familiar with one platform, okay? Just one. And because it's a free platform, that's why I want you to get used to that one. And then as you grow in AI content, and as you feel that you may want to utilize another platform, that's great. But I want you to get comfortable with one thing at a time, right? I want you to be able to use the one thing so that that way you can move forward in that one thing and then see how it can expand just your thought process of how simple it is to use something like this, right? Okay, so I want you to go to, let's see here, go, if you type in into your search engine Google Bard or Gemini Google, it will all go to the same page. And when you type in Google Gemini, you'll see that it's going to take you to this prompt screen. If you're there, give me a thumbs up so I know that you're with me. And the first little prompt screen, thank you for that thumbs up. It says, hello, whoever you are. And for those of you, for me, it says my name because I am obviously, I have a Google Gmail account. If you don't have a Google Gmail account, just go ahead and just get a Google Gmail account. What I love about the Google Gmail account is that anytime that you are in Google Gemini, it will keep any of your past history. So that's a plus, guys, because sometimes we'll just think something and we'll just ask it real quick and we won't be able to be like, oh my God, what was I doing when sometimes I get busy and I'll go pick up a phone call, do this, do that, take my son somewhere and then forget where I left off. But that's the thing about Google Gemini. It does not forget where you've left off. It will keep a history of every prompt you've given it. So it says, how can I help you today? And so I wanted you to just go in there and just do one thing for me. I'm going to put in the chat. Well, you know what? I'm going to actually use, I'll put it in the chat. Let me go to it myself because I know that my virtual assistant's there, but I don't know if she's online with me or if she's in motion right now. So let me go to my chat so that way I can type it out for you guys so you can see it. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see it or not when I type in there because I obviously cannot see. I want you to type the prompt, come up with a product name for a new app. Okay, we're going to just play like we're trying to create an app. Okay, I want you guys to think about that. because this can be something like your business, what you want to sell, what you want people to see when you're out there. Did you get that in the chat? Can you let me know if you did or if you didn't? Okay, let's try it again. Come up, let's go together with a new product name for a new app. Okay, did you get that? You can put a little happy face in there if you got it. If you didn't, okay, so that's what I want you to type into your Gemini. Come up with a new product name, okay, for a new app. And I want this all so we do it together so that everybody's on the same page at the same time. So everybody's seeing the same response. At first, I was kind of going to give you guys like, oh, put your product in there. And then I said, nah, let's not do that because I want everyone to see the same thing so that we're going through the same thing at the same time. Okay. So let's just, give me a thumbs up if you guys are with me. If it started off when you put that in there, does it start off catchy and playful? It says, here are a few product names for a new app. It says Fiddle Fit. Did everybody get that? Hopefully we're coming up with the same things at the same time. The first one, it says catchy and playful. It says Fiddle Fit. Bountiful, a play on beautiful. That's cute. String theory with a double meaning. Oh, okay, okay. Kaz, you got something different. Okay, so I guess everyone's gonna get something different. Oh, shucks. Okay, so let's do it here. See, this is the fun part, guys, of learning. That's why I say no judgment here. I thought that if we all type in the same thing, that we'd get the same response. And we definitely did not. My virtual assistant is letting me know that she got general catchy names: Blink, Keystone, Sparkle, and Unified. Okay, those are some catchy names. Got it, got it. Okay, so let's maybe do a, let's see. Let's see, Kaz, let's try to do a prompt that maybe we all do as a group and maybe we'll get the same thing in response. Let's see. Let's go with violin masterclass. Let's say, come up with a new product named violin masterclass and see what it comes up with. Come up with a new product name. Or maybe used a new product name, violin masterclass. Let's see that. Use new product. I'll type it out, guys. So don't worry about doing anything until you actually see the prompt come across the chat, because that's the one I'm going to use. I know right now I've just changed it twice. So that's why I'm going to type it out and I'm going to put it in the chat. And when you see that prompt come across the chat, then you can also use that prompt in the Gemini, Google or Google Gemini. Use new product name, violin masterclass. Since we're in a masterclass, right? Yeah. Use new product name, violin masterclass to create app. Okay. So you see that? Let's try that. And let's see if we all come up with the same thing once we put that prompt in to Gemini. So I got to type it twice. So give me a second. I'm typing it into Google Gemini right now. New product name. Violin masterclass to create app. I wish there was a way that as soon as you well, I guess I could have shared my screen to you. I could have done that, but I just want to make sure everyone, you know what? Let's do that. See, guys, I'm thinking of some things as I'm doing some things. So let's see. Let's go into Google Google. Give me a second, guys. See, sometimes when you're working right in front of people, you are a guinea pig. And right now, I'm showing you that I am willing to be the guinea pig. I'm willing to be the guinea pig for you guys so that we can all learn this as simply as possible. And no one's feeling like they are left behind. So I'm going to do it again because I, of course, have it here on my phone. But I want to do it here in front of you on the screen as well. So that way it can be interactive. Ooh. Thanks, Kaz. I think so too. I think it would be kind of like something that everyone can use at the same time and see, so that that way, is that what popped up? Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see here. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that we're all seeing what Google Gemini looks like. All these nifty tools we have, guys. And sometimes, oh, excuse me, my nose is running a little bit. Sometimes we have all these beautiful tools and we forget, and I forget that I can show you. I can show you mine. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. So as you can see, I have typed, I'm moving stuff, guys, because I have a toolbar. I have typed down in the prompt, use new product name, Violin Masterclass to create app. Okay. So you can see it start creating, right? Look at that. Concept. Let's see. Did we get the same thing? Guys, did we get the same thing? Let's see. So now that you guys can see my screen, you see that it says Violin Masterclass app. So I've given you the prompt, guys. If you want to play with it on your own, that's great. But we're going to go with my screen since my screen is up and everyone can see it at the same time. I don't know why I wasn't thinking this before. Sorry for that. So let's just make it easy. Everyone sees what's on my screen. You saw me put the prompt in. You can actually see what's come up with that prompt. It immediately shows you at the top what prompt you used, which we all put in there. Use new product name, Violin Masterclass to create app. Then it shows you, and see right here, what I love, it says show drafts. The first, right, you can listen to this. Let's listen.
# Violin Masterclass app. Concept. Violin Masterclass is an app designed to provide violinists of all skill levels with personalized instruction and inspiration through a combination of video lessons, interactive exercises, and a supportive online community. Features. Video masterclasses. Learn from renowned violinists and pedagogues through in-depth video lessons that cover a wide range of topics, from bowing and posture to specific repertoire and interpretation. Interactive exercises. Put your learning into practice with interactive exercises that provide real-time feedback on your technique. These could include slow motion breakdowns. See close-up demonstrations of challenging techniques. A/B comparisons. Compare your playing to professional recordings to identify areas for improvement. Metronome and backing tracks. Practice with a variety of tempos and styles. Personalized learning paths. Create a personalized learning path based on your skill level and goals. The app can recommend lessons, exercises, and repertoire based on your answers to a short assessment. Practice journal. Track your progress and stay motivated with a built-in practice journal. You can use it to Set practice goals and track your progress. Record video snippets of yourself playing to identify areas for improvement. Take notes on your lessons and practice sessions. Community forum. Connect with other violinists, share your progress, ask questions, and get feedback in a supportive online community. You can also participate in discussions about specific techniques, repertoire, or performances. Find practice partners or performance opportunities. Attend live Q&A sessions with violin masters. Monetization. There can be a free tier with limited access to lessons, exercises, and community features. A premium subscription can offer full access to all content, including exclusive masterclasses, advanced exercises, and the ability to submit video recordings for personalized feedback from teachers. In-app purchases can be offered for individual lessons or practice tools. Target audience: violin students of all skill levels, from beginners to professionals. Busy musicians who want to improve their playing on the go. Self-taught violinists who want structured learning and feedback. Overall, Violin Masterclass app aims to provide a comprehensive and engaging learning experience for violinists, making the instrument more accessible and enjoyable for everyone.
Boom. You just heard it. You just heard it. Did you hear that? It's a whole computerized voice that just read the entire thing for you. So can you imagine if you were maybe doing a masterclass for teaching a kid how to ride a bicycle? Anything. So that's what I'm saying. The sky is the limit. You could do anything with a masterclass, because the beautiful thing is it's about finding the niche market. The niche market is if you know a violin group or people that might go to classes, and you might say, hey, you know what, let's get with this other violin school and let's do this, or let's do this on with all the violin schools in this area. Right now, you will provide and create a community of these different violinists meeting each other on a platform that they would not have had the opportunity to do before. See what I mean? And that's what Google Gemini does. You might have an idea and you might say, I want to do a violin masterclass app, right? Or I might want to just do an app for violinists, right? How can I create this thing? I don't want to feel like I don't have the ability to create this thing. Maybe I do, but I don't, but I'm lost. Right? Sometimes you feel like that disconnect. You feel overwhelmed with the idea. Like maybe I'm thinking too big, right? So what I love about this, I'm going to stop sharing for a minute, guys. I'll come back to the share just to go back and forth, because I know I'm back and forth, back and forth. Okay. So what I love about that is that you saw that it gives you that detailed vision of this violin masterclass app, right? So it gives you this detailed vision of this masterclass app. Now imagine if you had any other ideas. What detailed vision Google Gemini will give you, right? And so that's what I want you to think. I want you to put all of your inhibitions, all of your fears, all of those things. I want you, here, see, there's a window right here next to me, but I got to close. Throw it out the window. I want you to get rid of it. Fear is not going to dictate anymore what you do in this life. That's what I want you to get to, that place. I want you to understand that fear does not live here anymore. I want you to keep moving forward. If something does not work out for you, I want you to say, okay, check it off. I tried that, didn't work. Move on to the next thing. I don't want you to live in this place that I can't, I won't, I'm not able, I don't have enough of. I want you to understand that you've come to this place because this place is where you will grow. This place is where I will push you with every possible ounce of myself to get you, to redirect you, to help you, to get you to understand that you have it in you. Every single person has it in them, but they have to believe, and you need to believe it. And through AI, it's showing you how to actually take that belief and expand on it. Expand on what you believe. No one else was thinking about that violin masterclass. No one else was thinking to create it, but someone else may have been saying, you know what? I wish there was another place that I can interact with other violinists, right? Imagine if you took that and you ran with it. That's the thing is when I won't say my mother, because my mother, she was great as being a creator, but I will say our grandparents and our great grandparents, because that was the era of when they used to create a lot of different things. And now that we've created so much stuff, people have gotten out of that ingenuity of feeling like they can create more. They feel like what's here now, that's enough. That's not enough of creation, guys. There's so much more to create. We haven't even hit the precipice of what's to create because we've allowed social media to dictate for us what is enough. No, I want you to dictate for your own life. I don't care if you live in Virginia, in the West Indies. I don't care where you live. If something is going on in your neck of the woods that no one else knows about, you have a platform where you can expound about. That's the one thing I love about social media is that things that I would never ever have gotten the opportunity to see, I've been able to see. I've never been on a farm, never seen animals on a farm close up and personal, right? But because of social media, guess what I saw the other day? I actually saw a goat be born. I saw a llama be born. I've seen cows be born. I've seen all of these things be born that I would not have had the opportunity to see before had I have not been attached to one or more of the social media platforms that I'm attached to. And that's what I want you to realize is that you are not just attached to these platforms, just to sit there like a wallflower and just take in everything that's being said to you every single day. It's time for you to do something. It's time for you to do something for your businesses. It's time for you to do something for yourself to think more out of the box that you are a creator. I don't care if you wrote poems as a youngster and now you want to write more poems. Write them. Create a book of poems. Your poems might be the next thing like that Maya Angelou. It might be on that level of content that people will find that a resounding resonance, that it resonates with them in such a way that it moves them to want to purchase your book of poems. And that's what this class is about. This class is about helping you to move outside of your own fears, outside of your own ideas of I can't, and say I can and I will do. That's why if you were here at the beginning of this, before I said one word, I played a song. I played a song and it's called Thy Will Be Done. And the reason why, because it's one of those songs that the first time I heard it, it resonated so much with me. It's not about what I do, God. It's about what you do through my life. And thy will be done through me. It's about what he's asked of me and what I'm capable of doing because I know that even when me, Jassy, crazy faith Stokes, has crazy faith and belief to do it, sometimes I too sometimes get fearful or worried like, oh gosh, this might be a little bit too much what I'm taking on. Am I in this position to do this for these people? Is it gonna resonate with them? I sometimes have those things that try to stagnate me, but then I got to push those fears away. And I have to say, okay, move on, let's go. Got to perform. And that's what I want you guys to think about that there's no more fear here. That's why I said this is a judgment free zone. You just learned about a violin masterclass. You heard it. How did that make you feel thinking that the concept, the video, everything was broken down for you in easy to eat ways, right? Nothing seemed like it was over your head. You were able to read it. Interactive exercises, slow motion breakdowns, A/B comparisons. I mean, were you ready for the word metronome and backing tracks? I mean, were you ready for that? It broke it down in such a way that the AI knows exactly what a violinist does, what a violinist needs, what they are going to do in that masterclass. I mean, practice journal. Were you expecting that? It has everything in layman terms for you. And the plus side of that was showing you how to make money from it. the monetization alone. It's telling you who to target. It gave you the target audience. And that's where this masterclass is going to help you, because it's going to help you to put everything into a package form. You're going to be able to see that when you're done with this masterclass, you are going to be able to just kind of like be like a business in a box, that you are going to be, you're going to have the juices to go wherever you want to go. You're going to be able to use everything that you will learn here to help you propel yourself into the next position. But it's only if you want to help propel yourself into that next position. Because again, you got to believe in yourself. You have to know that this is in you. This is not in anyone else but you. And you're here for this reason and this purpose right now. So let's move along here. Where are my notes? See, I get so excited. I'm moving back and forth and here and there. And I sometimes even lose. Guys got to keep me on time too, because I sometimes lose where I am in time. I get so excited, guys, because this right here just showed you what just one prompt. We went from easily, let's create a new product app, right? Then we found a name of some of the product apps. Then we created one. And then, I mean, I love violins. I never played a violin, but just reading that new product app that Gemini gave us just made me feel like, wow, okay, maybe I will pique some interest in that. Maybe, it piqued my interest, even though I don't even play a violin. But because I love instruments, I do play the flute. So I think it's because of my love and fondness for that side of people that it made me think back when I was playing the flute in high school and junior high school, and how I would have loved to meet other kids that were playing the flute, and maybe we could have, interacted in some way, right? It's giving those ideas a place. It's giving those ideas that place to breathe. And if you didn't have it and you wanted it as a kid, imagine the other kids that want it right now. The other adults that may even want it as well. All right, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So in creating, I also want you to think what we're learning is, we just learned, is there's going to be a content calendar, right? If you're going to do a masterclass, obviously you're going to have to calendar these things. You're going to have to write a script. You're going to have to do these essentials, right? So I want you to think about how you can fuel the consistency of your content calendar, right? So if you have this violin masterclass coming up, right? How can you fuel that interest before the class is coming up? How can you create, right? So let's go back here. Let me go back to sharing with you guys, because I want you guys to see this in real time, everything in real time, right? There's no way of helping you if you can't see it. So right. Here we go. Okay, so we got through this where it's showing us everything about that. Now, let's take this and let's say now, because we're still in this, okay, come on. It should be a little prompt box right under what you just read. And for some reason, oh, I don't see mine. Oh, hold on. You know what it might be? It might be. So I keep telling you guys I have to move the toolbar. The toolbar for the screen sharing is all the way across the bottom of my screen. So when I'm looking for something, and I don't know if you can see the toolbar, but I can't see the prompt where it says enter prompt here because the toolbar is blocking. my prompt area. So I'm like, where is it at? It should be here. And I don't realize sometimes that I forget the toolbar is blocking it. So I had to move it, guys. So if you saw me move it, you'll understand. All right. So let's say create. Create. Let's say you want to do it a month from now, right? Create a 30-day content creation calendar. That's what we're doing, right? Calendar to go with the violin masterclass. I keep forgetting I have all caps. So that's what I wrote. Let's see. Okay, I see what it's done here. Okay. Wow. Okay. 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 I even like that better. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's listen to it, guys.
# Violin Masterclass 30-day content creation calendar. This calendar outlines a 30-day social media and content creation plan to promote the launch of the Violin Masterclass app. Content pillars. Masterclass Mondays. Introduce users to the concept of Violin Masterclass with short video snippets from renowned violinists about the importance of proper technique, setting goals, and finding inspiration. Technique Tuesdays. Host short, educational videos focusing on specific violin techniques like bowing exercises, posture tips, or fingering drills. Wellness Wednesdays. Share self-care tips for musicians to prevent injuries and maintain focus during practice sessions. Include stretches, relaxation techniques, and healthy lifestyle habits. Performance Thursdays. Feature user-generated content, UGC, by showcasing short performance videos submitted by aspiring violinists using the app. Community Fridays. Host live Q&A sessions or polls on social media to foster interaction within the Violin Masterclass community. Social media platforms. Target platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for video content. Utilize Facebook groups or subreddits for community discussions. Day-by-day breakdown. Week 1, days 1 to 7. Goal. Generate excitement and brand awareness for the upcoming Violin Masterclass app launch. Content mix. Day 1, Monday, Masterclass Monday. Share a video teaser featuring a violinist talking about the benefits of the Violin Masterclass app. Day 2, Tuesday, behind the scenes sneak peek of the app's interface and features. Day 3, Wednesday, announce the launch date and App Store download link. Day 4, Thursday, user testimonial. Share a short video from a beta tester praising the app. Day 5, Friday, community poll. Ask users what aspect of their violin playing they'd like to improve the most. Day 6, Saturday, infographic. The science of learning violin. Benefits of consistent practice. Day 7, Sunday, inspirational quote. Room 10, famous, violinist quote about dedication and passion. Week 2, days 8 to 14. Goal. Highlight the app's core functionalities and educational value. Content mix. Day 8, Monday, Masterclass Monday. Deep dive into a specific technique with a renowned violinist. Day 9, Tuesday, Technique Tuesday. Focus on a beginner-friendly bowing exercise with slow motion breakdown. Day 10, Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. Share a short video from a physical therapist demonstrating stretches to prevent playing-related injuries. Day 11, Thursday, Performance Thursday. Feature a UGC video of a beginner violinist showcasing their improvement. Day 12, Friday, Community AMA, Ask Me Anything, with a Violin Masterclass instructor. Day 13, Saturday, blog post, top 5 practice tips for busy musicians. Day 14, Sunday, user story, interview a violinist who has benefited from using the Violin Masterclass app. Week 3, days 15 to 21. Goal, showcase the app's community features and user engagement. Content mix. Day 15, Monday. Masterclass Monday. Excerpt from a masterclass lesson on overcoming performance anxiety. Day 16, Tuesday. Technique Tuesday. Focus on an intermediate level fingering exercise with before and after examples. Day 17, Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday. Interview a musician who prioritizes mental health alongside practice. Day 18, Thursday. Performance Thursday. Feature a UGC video of an intermediate violinist performing a challenging piece. Day 19, Friday. Community Challenge. Ask users to submit a practice snippet using a specific technique. Day 20, Saturday. Quiz. Test your knowledge about violin terminology. Day 21, Sunday. Artist Spotlight. Feature a rising violinist who uses violin masterclass. Week 4, days 22 to 30. Goal. Reiterate the app's value proposition and drive app downloads. Content mix. Day 22, Monday. Masterclass Monday. The future of violin learning with technology. Day 23, Tuesday. Technique Tuesday. Focus on an advanced level spiccato bowing exercise. Day 24, Wednesday. Wellness Wednesday. Share healthy meal prep ideas for musicians.
Okay, so I see that it stopped at day 24, even though week 4 says 22 through 30. So I don't know why it stopped there. So let me see if I can finish the AI to finish the week. I keep doing it. Days. Got it, Kaz. Kaz is saying to see, that's why I love my virtual assistant. Instead of saying finish, she's saying just ask it to continue. So let's say continue week 4. So did we start at the right date? Yes, we did. All right. Thank you, Kaz.
# Violin Masterclass. Week 4 Content Creation Calendar. Continued. Day 25, Thursday. Performance Thursday. Feature a UGC compilation video showcasing violinists of all skill levels using the app. Day 26, Friday. Community live stream. Host a live performance and Q&A session with a violin masterclass instructor. Day 27, Saturday. Free trial offer. Announce a limited time free trial promotion for the Violin Masterclass app. Day 28, Sunday. Success story. Share a video testimonial from a violinist who achieved a personal playing goal using the app. Day 29, Monday. Masterclass Monday. The importance of a consistent practice routine, in collaboration with a productivity coach. Day 30, Tuesday. Appreciation Day. Thank users for their support and offer a discount code for the premium subscription. Bonus content. Throughout the month, intersperse user-generated content, UGC, reposts on stories, and highlight user testimonials. Partner with music stores or online retailers to offer exclusive deals for Violin Masterclass app users. Run social media contests or giveaways with violin-related prizes to boost engagement. Remember, use relevant hashtags in all social media posts to increase discoverability. Respond to comments and questions promptly to foster a sense of community. Track the performance of your content and adjust your strategy based on user engagement. This extended week 4 plan provides a variety of engaging content to keep users interested and drive app downloads in the final days leading up to launch. Remember to adapt and personalize this calendar to fit your specific brand voice and target audience.
All right, guys. So you got the gist. It can give you a 30-day concept. It doesn't mean you have to use everything that's there. If it might feel a little overwhelming for you, it might feel like a little bit too much, like, this is not really me, then that's the beautiful part about it is change it. Whatever's not you, what doesn't feel authentically you, you don't have to use. Okay. This is just giving you an idea that you didn't have before, an idea that made you feel a little bit more overwhelmed, right? But now it's giving you basically a nucleus to start from, and you can kind of build it the way that you want, whatever works for you. You might want to be a person that says, hey, you know what? I would like to have a little bit more images. So maybe you can say, create images, okay? For this app, okay? Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, let's see what it says. We're working to improve Gemini's ability to generate images of people. We expect this feature to return soon. Okay, well, we create. We don't need images of people. We need images of what? I'm sure some of you guys have heard about some. Oh, okay. So we've tried this twice and it's still saying us images of people. So I think create image, and this is what you got to do. You got to play around with it. Create image. Not use of people. Let's see what it comes up with. Hmm. So this is where you come into places where Google Gemini may not create images thing right now because it feels that it needs images of people to have a good interface. So maybe you might want to try different words here. You can maybe switch to Chat GPT for images, the cloud for images. Uh, there's so many different places that you can get images from. I mean, if you're already into violins as a person, this could be something that you might already have a ton of images in regards to stock images. All of these things can play a role in the way that you can create images. Sometimes when we're dealing with AI, as you can see here, it doesn't allow us to create the images. So it's on again, off again. It's created images for me in the past, so that's the reason why I wanted to do this. So as of today, it's not. So it might be a bug that they're trying to work on. So we're gonna let them work on that. And we're gonna move along. Okay, so we're gonna stop sharing for a second. Okay. Now I want to know: are there any questions right now with what you saw? Is there anybody that has like one of those mingling questions? It's like, I still don't get it. This is a little bit not for me. Maybe the prompts, things like that. If there's questions out there, let me know. If there's not, then we're gonna move along. All right, I'm not seeing any. No hands up. No. Let's go. Let's keep going. Awesome. I love it. I love it, you guys. You guys are great. See, I knew you guys would be fast learners like I was. Yes. You're such smart cookies. All right, guys. So, what we have learned so far, we've learned about going from a content like creator to an influencer to the entrepreneur to the small business owner to now being able to use certain prompts to get you a calendar, to get you an idea, to get you even to maybe writing a script. I'm sorry, no, we haven't done script yet. To getting you to going through a 30-day calendar count. That's what we did. Now, if you want to learn how to write a script, you can take all of that you just learned and you just say to Google Gemini, create me a script. Okay? Create me a script in regards to this violin masterclass. I'm not going to do that for time saving. We've already been at this right now for an hour. And I just want to do something like real quick just to show you that it can be done. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just kind of like leaving you in limbo. I just don't want to I don't want to go over like each script for each person, you know. Like I said, anything that you want, you're gonna change it to make it authentically you. You're gonna change it to be what you want it to be, okay? But if you want a script, I want you to remember all you have to do is go into Google and just say, create a script. Create, sorry guys, sharing with you again. Create script for the violin masterclass. And when you put that prompt in there, it's going to give you a script. Again, if it's a script that you like, go with it. If it's something that is just giving you ideas of maybe building out a script, you know, or building out that, then go with it. That's where I missed last time. I wanted to show you guys this is that right here, it's just show drafts. So if you press that button, it's going to show you draft 1, draft 2, and draft 3. So if this first script doesn't work for you, go into the second. If the second script doesn't work for you, go into the third. That's the one thing I love about Google Gemini is that it automatically gives you 3 different ideas than what you currently see. And it just, you see how it gives you everything. It gives you everything again. Like it tells you about the bonus scenes, it tells you about the narrator, so that it lets you know if you want to have a narrator voice, and then scene 1, scene 2, all the way down. So that's the thing is if you are having a block when it comes to creative ingenuity and you're just needing something to help you through that block, go ahead and put in there a creative script. And then, like I said, you utilize that to just be an outline for you if there's anything that you want to change or add to it. But it does that as well. So in creating you, I'm going to stop sharing for a second, guys. In creating you that script, you can see that it can be done. It's not just something that, oh no, she said it can be done and then she didn't give us the prompt. You saw what I said. Create script for the violin masterclass. And the reason why I'm using that is so that it lets you know that it can be the same thing for anything. We're using a violin masterclass and we're not even in violin class right now. We're in an AI masterclass, but we're using AI automation to show you that it can be done. And so that's what I want you guys to get to. I want you guys to also, we're going to move along to I want you guys to not only just create the content, but I want you guys to feel comfortable with how people are perceiving your content and how to actually capture things. And when I mean capture things, I mean like everything. So like I said, you can create AI generated images, you can use stock images, you can use all of those things, or you can create it yourself by actually going out and taking pictures of yourselves. But you got to have the lighting and everything right when you're doing these things, guys. Like right now, I have a full light in front of me, but I just want to play around with the lighting a little bit so you guys can see what can happen when I play around with the lighting, so that you know that it's just not me just sitting here in front of a window and this lighting is perfect and it's so got my skin looking so glowy. And no, I have a light in front of me. I bought on Amazon and I played around with it because I didn't want it to look so bright. Let me look at this. I can make it look really bright. I can change. You can see that changing in front of you. I wanted to make sure because I'm wearing glasses that see that you don't see this bouncing off my glasses. And see, I want the color, everything to look right. I wanted it to look warm. See, you can see the colors changing. So I played around with it. And so I felt that I liked this the best. And then what I did was is I lowered the content of the or the amount of light that was being shined on me. So that way my face can still be seen, that my glasses, you don't see the light through my glasses to where it's a reflection, and then it takes away from you looking at me. All you see is this reflection through my glasses, and every time I move my face, it's like boom boom, it's hitting off my glasses, right? We want to make sure that what we're putting out, that we're putting out our best, so that that way people can still see you and you're still getting that, that lighting in the right places where you can see all the way around. If I turn my head, you can see that there's enough light in my face, but it's not blinding to the point of either blinding me or blinding you, because now all you're seeing is just lights, right? You always hear that lights, camera, action. Well, you want to make sure that that just as well as your lights are working, that of course your camera is working as well. So today we are using the webcam through my computer. So I love that as well. I had to test that out, and you can do that as well. You can take pictures from your webcam. You can take pictures from your personal devices, whether it be your phone or your iPad, whichever you predict to use. That's your choice. But you want to make sure that whatever you're doing, that you're having enough light. There's like not shadows, things like that, that people are being able to receive you in the proper manner, so that that way they can see that everything that you're doing to show them is of course authentic, but not just authentic, that they're witnessing something at its best, right? Everything that you do, you want to do with kind of like a spirit of excellence. Everything that you do, so that that way what you're conveying to people is that I took the time to actually set this up. I took the time to go here. I took the time to show the ambience, that they're actually feeling like that you're being brought in to what they're doing. So, I see a lot of influencers and people, they use GoPros to help them out when they're out and about. They usually have like a I believe it's like I forgot what it's called, where it's like an extender stick so you can put your phone on and you can take a picture from a little bit of a further out distance. A lot of times I don't like to use that because I want people to see, like in all the pictures, they see this arm kind of like holding it out. So I don't tend to do that. I tend to, if it's really a picture that I want to take, I tend to ask someone else to take it for me, because I want to capture that I'm actually taking in the scenery and the space without having, my arms or anything like that extended out to where it's like I'm holding it, taking it for myself. So I want it to look as professional as I can. And so that's another part of content creation that a lot of people don't realize that they can even expound upon, is that all content does not have to be taken in a room, in your home. Here, it can be taken anywhere. Your ideas can go outside of the comforts of your home. The ideas can go in parks and places where there's flowers and things like that. Content, that's the beautiful thing about content, because content can be anything, anything that you desire to use or anything that you desire to explore upon. So I want you to think like that. I want you to be able to capture every nuance, everything that you feel, because remember, it's your passion, everything that you want to help to allow somebody to kind of like enter that world with you, right? You want them to feel like they're coming into this place that you have created for them. And it's kind of like, wow, like, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's beautiful. Like, something that may have looked normal to most people, but to someone else, it might be eye catching, right? Because you just put it in a new frame. You put it in a new place for them to see it, and then they may have even gone to the places that you've gone to, but just because you framed it differently, it might intrigue them even more and say, oh, the next time I go there, I'm going to actually go and take a look at that and sit there or whatever and take some pictures. 'Cause that's a great place. That's right. People want to follow you not just because they're following you online. Sometimes people want to follow what you're doing, what you're eating. I mean, I see people post so many different things, things that they're cooking, right? So all of these things become a part of essentially who you are. So if this is who you are, you want to make sure that people are not just entertained by who you are, but they can see that some of the things are very that it's simplistic and they can do it too. That's the beautiful thing about it is that you're letting them in to this world of you and you're letting them know that it's attainable by anybody else that wants it. We're sharing this world together, so why not share these places and these themes and these ideas with others, right? So I want you to master that art of compelling and these narratives and these stories to where you're going to hook your viewers in from the start. It's like giving them those places of where they're astonished that you've done this. And some of these people are going to know you personally. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh, they did that. Da, 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 they're doing this. Oh, wow, they got so much time. Because that's what people believe that they don't have enough of. I don't have enough time. I can't do this. That's just way too much. But it's not true. You can do anything. Everyone's given the same 24-hour period span. And it's what you choose to do with that 24 hours that is going to either expel you away from what's considered generally the mundane. It's going to put you in a place where people are going to want to continue watching you, watching the content that you create, watching what you put out there. Okay. So that's for YouTube, that's for Instagram, that's for TikTok, that's for Snapchat. Everything that you're putting out there, anything that you're putting on film, you know, and putting and using these different content formats and I know a fresh one that I like a lot of people are using on TikTok or the filters. Whatever it is that you're using to put your content out there and whatever messages that you're sending, make sure that it's fun, it's bubbly, it's entertaining, it's engaging, it's bringing people to a place where they can see that not every day do I have to be serious just because I may work in this field. I can actually show that I'm playful, I'm funny, I'm soft, I'm not as strong as you might think, right? You want people to be able to engage with you in all spectrums of who you are, not just see you as one dimensional. They want to see you as a three-dimensional person, that you are human, that you are not that you're untouchable, but that you're actually touchable, and that you do have a human side to you. That doesn't mean to just sell whatever you're selling or whatever you're doing, that there's actually a side to you that just shows that that you have compassion, empathy, and care for people, and that you're nurturing those relationships with them. And through that nurturing, that you want to take care of them. So if they're going places and they're finding places and they're giving those nuggets of information, then it makes people feel like, oh my gosh, I really am a part of this community. This person really thinks about me when they're going places, right? And that kind of gives like that magnetism, that they're connecting with you on different levels that you didn't think were capable or plausible. So I want you to conquer those basics, okay? And I want you to think of when you're taking these contexts and these images, I want you to think of also getting into the place of editing these things and adding things. I want you to be able to edit your pictures. Don't over edit, people. Please don't be like, I mean, it's okay if you're if you love editing things, but don't over edit your pictures. Be happy with who you are. You hear about people, and I don't know if you heard about this, but before everyone found out about Catherine's cancer, they talked about the editing snafu with her Mother's Day photo, right? And they look like an extra arm and all this kind of stuff. And where's William? And they just really hammered her in regards to that. But and we never know what's going on in anyone's life. And she put out a message saying that she was sorry, that she was the one that used Photoshop and stuff like that. And so people called her called the whole entire royal family out on that editing job, right? And she took responsibility for it. And she took responsibility for it because she wanted people to know that it wasn't anyone else that did it. She did it. And that, I mean, and people were like, oh, no, I don't think she could really. Why don't you think she can do a Photoshop job? Just because what? She's going to be the next reigning queen? What? Well, behind William, her husband, the king, you know, why? Why? Because you don't consider her normal as a person? That's the thing. When I say people feel untouchable, you know, she is normal. And then the humanity came out when she then came out with her cancer diagnoses. And the reason I feel that she did that was she put out a Mother's Day picture because she just wanted to show that she was just with her kids and loving on them. Because she probably at the point on that Mother's Day probably wasn't feeling too good and wasn't feeling up to the par to take a new picture. When you have cancer, there's a lot going on with your body. And she just probably wasn't feeling good. And so she decided to probably use something that she had in one of her stock folders and Photoshop it. And she did a little, I guess, too much. But that's the beautiful part of being human, guys. We're human, we're gonna make mistakes, and we're not gonna be untouchable. But it doesn't matter who you are. So people will see if you are overly editing your photos, okay? If you're overly doing it. Okay. So don't be that person where people will put you on blast. Yes, I'm going to say that. They will put you on social media platforms saying, oh, this person does this person did that. I mean, they love to tear you down. That's just what it is. They love to tear you down. They love to point out defects. And that's what their lives hinge on is making other people look like that they are better by being able to find those defects. So when you're out there editing, make sure that you're transforming the raw footage into polished masterpieces. Okay. Make sure that, if you're changing the color a little bit, that's fine. You can change the colors, you can do those things, but don't try to bring in your cheekbones, make you look slimmer than what you are, because people are going to play on that and they're going to go to some of those other images that you put out there. And if they see if there's big changes, they're going to call you out on it. And you don't want to be called out on the rug and embarrassed when you're trying to do other things, behind the scenes that people don't know about. And and then it ruins kind of your platform and people looking at you as a viable, believable source. Okay. Everything that you have to think about is that you are your own walking, talking billboard. You are your billboard of success. You are your billboard of authenticity. You are your billboard of exceptionalism. That's right. You're exceptional. That's why you're here and you're learning these things, because you are exceptional. You're going to take yourself and your brand into a new realm. And as you take yourself into that new realm, you're going to realize that everything that you learned here is only going to be an asset. That's all I want this to be, is an asset for your growth, is an asset for the places that you plan on going and doing. And that as you utilize us, Jazzy Crazy Faith, Stokes, the life coach or the business coach, or even the virtual assistants or the content creators, that's right. I am making sure that a lot of these things that you're going to go out here and try to do, you're going to have it in house. Like I said, because as you grow, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I want you to understand that you are going to have the assistance and the help at hand, so that you're going to be able to call on the same person that taught you these things, or may have helped you expand on some of these things. So I'm sure, like, I'm not teaching every single person everything. I'm sure that there are some ideas and some things that you have learned on your own and heard through the grapevine. My job is to bring you here and to help you to facilitate some of those ideas and run with them, so that way that if you desire to grow as a business or a brand, we can help your brand or your business to grow exponentially in the right way with the right network and help behind you. Okay. So I want you to explore the idea of taking headshots, okay, and doing product demonstration. So I want you to look at this frame that you're seeing here. What I'm in today is considered a headshot frame. A headshot is usually from about mid chest to your upper shoulders and above your head. This would be considered a headshot. Okay, for those that do not know. So you want to make sure or that from your headshot positioning that people get a good frontal view of you and that they're able to see you in a great light. You don't want someone to sit here and say, "Oh, well, we need your headshot." Some people, some businesses do ask for a headshot of you because if you don't have a headshot up on LinkedIn and all you have is just a business logo, they don't know who they're speaking with. So having a headshot is very, very indicative of your brand. It's you are not your business at all times. You are your brand, and your brand is your business. But you yourself are not your business every single time. So when people want to speak with you, even though you have your brand as an interest, and you need to show them the best you because your brand is going to be speaking through you. And that means that making sure that you have different headshots on file with different backgrounds, different themes, so that that way people can understand that not all the time. And I'm telling you, as you change your hair color, as whatever it is that you desire to change, that you have those headshots of who you are currently. You will see, I'm going to turn off my video for a second. This was one of my past headshots. Okay, so as you can see with my past headshot, I had, of course, fox dreads in my hair, and I was a little bit slimmer. Okay, well, obviously, I have not changed my headshot on my Zoom, but in every other place, I have changed my headshot. So I now learned today that I had to update my headshot here because this is one of the places I had not updated my headshot. Because with gaining a little bit of weight, you want people to see you for who you are. Even though I still look good in that picture and I feel good and confident about that picture, that is me. But I want people to get to know me where I am currently. And I don't want them to ever feel that um, they were mistaken or thinking that they were going to see someone else, because sometimes with a little bit of weight gain, it can change the way your face looks a little bit, and it can change how people want to use you. If you do not show up well on film and you have changed drastically outside or outwardly, and they wanted to use you in certain places, then it's not going to help them with their campaign, right? They can't use you in that degree that they may have wanted to use you in. So it might have to change out some things, or they might have to eliminate you altogether. So that's why I say always try to put your most authentic self out there so that people can see you and understand that this is where you are currently and this is how they got to frame you if they decide to use you in any form of um, any literature, magazines, flyers. They can also want to maybe have you in a commercial. So they have to think about how they're going to frame you when it comes to all of these things. And if you're not putting your best image out there, then you might lose jobs because you have old pictures up, and that doesn't help with their idea of how they currently are moving forward in their campaign. Okay, so if you don't want to get those feelings of, oh, I thought I had this job and now I don't have it, because you show up and you don't look anything like the picture that they have or the resource that they had for you, then let's try to make sure that we keep up to date pictures as well. Okay. All right, guys. So let's do this. Let's take, let's take, uh, I say a 3-minute break. Let's give you guys a stretch. Let's give me a bathroom break, and I will play a song, and we will be back in about, well, let's do 5 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes. It's 11:40 here, so let's give it to 11:45. All right, thanks.
rough start to your day? Try new dial exfoliating body wash with its
And welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sorry, I had to get me some water, guys, and go to the restroom. If you all would like to get you a water, I hope you took that opportunity to get you one too. Or a cup of tea or coffee. I hope you got you some refreshment as well. All right. Let's get back in here. Okay, so we talked about that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. So I want you to get into the mindset again of thinking that you're building. I want you to think like you're building a house here, right? You know that as your house is being built, that you need a foundation, okay? And before your house, even the boards to go up can be built, they have to have a strong foundation. What this is your foundation. This is your foundation so that to make sure there's no cracks or anything like that in the foundation, because if there are cracks in your foundation, then it's no good, right? Then you have to start all over. I don't want you guys to have cracks or anything like that in your foundation. I want your foundation to be so strong that whatever you are building, that it's going to be set here for a long time, right? So it's just like when you see those homes as they're being built in neighborhoods or have been in neighborhoods for many, many years. We all know that the foundation is strong because the home is still there, right? That over time people renovate, right? They might add some new windows, some new doors. They might add a second level if they only started off with a first level home. They might add a deck on back, right? So, but it's the same main space. It's the same foundation. It's the same main structure, right? They're just making the structure bigger, or making it more sturdy as they move forward, as their families grow, right? You'll see that in some neighborhoods that there will be all these beautiful renovated homes, but there'll still be some structures that still are the same home that was built in its original style from when it was originally designed by the creator, right? And that's what I want people to see with you, is that even though through your growth you might add a little bit, you might change some things up, they can still see at the center it all resonates to who you are as your brand. Okay, that your brand is not deteriorating in any way. It's just becoming better and better as we become in more and more contact and connection with new innovation, right? A book did not remain the same when it was sitting on a library shelves, right? It's set in the library shelf, set in the library shelf, set in the library shelf. It didn't change. It was the same book on the library shelf. But as innovation has become better, you can now go to the library and still check out that book. You can get a digital copy of that book, or you can even order a copy of the book if you want a hard copy, your own, on Amazon. It just became better. And that's what I want you to understand. That's what this is all about. It's just you, authentically who you are to the core, still being you, but just becoming better because you have been connected with devices that are going to help resonate and make you look better in regards to you feeling less stretched to the core because you have to be in so many different places at one time. I want you to think of this as, excuse me, as you moving on, that as you grow, that you don't need to feel like you're by yourself anymore. We here at Jazzy Crazy Faith Stokes, we have reinvented ourselves so many different times, but we hope that through each renovation and reinvention, that we only are growing to be better than what we were before. So I want you to know that when you answered the call to be in this masterclass, I did not want you to come into this masterclass feeling like it's going to be like any other masterclass that you've been. I want you to come to this masterclass as you realizing that I wanted to actually spend time with you. You see, I don't have a lot of visual effects. I don't have a PowerPoint. I don't have all of these things going. And normally in the past, if anyone knows me that I'm a teacher, and I always love to have PowerPoints going. But in this masterclass, I wanted it to be a place of where I wanted you to actually come into the room and that you'd realize that the focus today was on you, of seeing your growth from front end to back end, from beginning to end, that you would not feel like someone is just putting something out there that is going to basically be, hey, well, I manifest this. I wanted you guys to do this. And then you guys receive it. And now go see what you can do with it. No, I did not want to put you guys into that. I wanted you guys to know that I want to be a helper to you. And my team wants to be a helper to you, from vision to manifestation, from manifestation to tangible ideas. And tangible ideas are the things that are touchable, that people can actually hold in their hand, that they can actually see, that it's no longer just a thought, that it's actually something that was created and they were able to create that and put it out there as a product. I want you to know that your ideas are a product. Your ideas are products in waiting. But for you to manifest those things into a tangible state, you have to want to put yourself in a place of vulnerability, because being vulnerable means that you are now willing to let others in on your ideas, on your product, right? And sometimes that's a little bit overwhelming because we don't realize that not everybody is going to understand what your product is, right? So that's the beautiful thing, is that at first impression, someone may not understand the reason why you came up with your concept or idea, but you get it. So you have to hold strong onto those ideas and onto that concept, to where even if people give you discouraging words on your idea or concept, you still have to want and have the ability to move forward no matter what. Bill Gates started off as an IBM programmer. And I know so many times you guys have probably heard the story about Bill Gates numerous times. But what you don't understand is that he was just a programmer. He was just a person that was working a job. He was just a person working a job to get a paycheck, to provide for his family. And as he was working for IBM, he realized that there were things that he could have done that could make IBM grow by streamlining certain things. So he went to his bosses to tell them of his ideas. And which we learned now is known as pitching, right? We pitch our ideas to companies, we pitch our ideas to people. And when you're pitching your ideas, you're not sure if they're going to be of any fruitfulness at all. In pitching his idea, his supervisors and the people that he is, the CEOs that he was pitching it to, basically told him to shelf the idea if he wanted IBM to do something with it, to put it on a shelf right now, and that they would, work on it maybe a little bit here, a little bit there. Bill Gates decided that that wasn't enough for him. He resigned from IBM. He took the idea of Microsoft that we know now and took it home, built it from his garage, got a couple of people to invest, and that's where it is today. If he believed in the discouraging advice of those others that were higher up than him at IBM, he would never be where he is today because fear would have kept him where he was. And that's what I want you to think about, is that there are so many great ideas in you. We are meant to be creators. This is what we do. We create. So there might be people that may not believe in what you have to create, and it's okay. But you have to want to still nurture that you've created and hold it close and keep working on it. And we want to help you to keep working on it. So if you are at the level of an entrepreneur or a small business owner, and you've been working hard for quite some time, and you are knowing that you may want to go other places with your business, I also brought you here to teach you about a system that I've had the honor of getting to know. And that system is called High Level. And High Level not only helped me with organizing my business, but it also helped me to organize it in a manner of where sometimes I'm not good at sending out text, sending out emails, sending out any form of messages to people, because sometimes I get overwhelmed by the day-to-day things that are going on in my personal and business life. So what High Level has done for me is it's allowed me to put all of my business contacts in one place, business and personal, to be quite honest, in one place. And the business ones that I would like to send out emails or messages to, it does it. And it does it for me in a calendar base where I don't have to think today I need to send out a message to, oh, I need to send it out to them in 2 weeks. Oh, I got to send them out in 3 weeks. Sometimes people say to you, oh, can you come back to me in a month? And we don't do our due diligence to even come back to that person in a month. We don't send anything at all. And so that's what I like about High Level, is that it gives us the opportunity as entrepreneurs and small business owners to be, oh, a word, right? To be honest with our word, what we say to people. Even though they may say no right now in front of you, it doesn't mean that they're going to say no forever, or that they're not really serious when they say, get back in contact with me, right? But if we never get back in contact with them, then guess what? You just lost us. You just lost that person because you never got back with them in the timing that they asked you to get back in contact with them. But if you would have, just maybe, they would have said, oh, let me call her because, yep, oh my gosh, she's right on time. I told her a month and she did exactly that, right? Or he did exactly that. And that's where High Level comes in, because it allows us to no longer say okay and smile and say okay, sure, no problem, and not do it. It makes us accountable for our actions. It makes us accountable for our brand. It makes us accountable for everything that we are putting out there, that we're putting everything at face value and we're actually doing it in the manner that we should do it in. So, Kaz, I don't know if you're there. Um, I want everyone to get my affiliate link, and we're going to put it in the chat box. And we're going to go through a little bit of high level for you guys so that you guys can see what high level can do. Let me get back to that window and see if I can do that. Let's see. There it is. Oh, thanks, guys. She did it for me already. See, look, I'm trying to get back to the window. And you will see my affiliate link that Kaz put out there. And if you want to go to high level with us, go ahead and just use that affiliate link. And as you use that affiliate link, you will see that it will take you to the sign up portion of high level. It'll say log into app. And you basically just, it lets you know that you will have a 14-day free trial. It tells you take your marketing to the next level. And if you will go ahead and log into the app there by filling out the form, you will get 14 days of high level free. That means 14 days to play around in there, 14 days to figure things out, do some of the things that I'm going to show you today. And if you don't like it after 14 days, no hard feelings, delete it. Never have to be charged anything, never have to use it again, never have to worry about it. This is just another tool, people. It's another tool to help you to get outside of being small as just a content creator and just as an influencer, and get yourself into more of a business management mindset of now you're an entrepreneur and you may want to take this into something a lot larger. Okay. So it's already helping you to set up your contacts and everything in a way that's going to propel you into the next level. Like I said, content creation is being a creator. Being a creator goes into being an influencer, because whatever you're creating, you're influencing someone. And then from an influencer standpoint, you go into being an entrepreneur because you're working for who? Yourself. And then that puts you then to coming into a small business, because as an entrepreneur, you probably already may have hired a personal assistant at that point because you realize that you do need a couple more hands on deck. But now you've decided that you want to go into a bigger arena because you have more things that you want to work on, whether it be privately or openly. Like I told you, Mr. Beast, he went to a candy bar. Okay, but he still did the charitable things. That's still a business. People don't realize that that's still a business, but that's more on the nonprofit side rather than for-profit side. So you need to understand and be able to distinguish those things and still have systems in place to be able to manage those things, so that that way you're able to know exactly what each side of your business is doing, because we all know we can become multifaceted very, very quickly, as Bill Gates has and his wife, where they have many nonprofits that help out businesses and small businesses and venture capitalists and everything. There's just so many different arenas that they have gone into with Microsoft. As you know, he stepped down and has hired a CEO to do the day-to-day for him so that he can do more on the philanthropy side, which is being more a philanthropist, which is giving more away of his money. And we all know that he makes enough of it to be able to give it away. So we thank him for that. But that's the level that some of us aspire to be at, right? So as we aspire to be at that level, let's try to help each other, right? The one thing I love about helping each other is to see people grow and to see people's lives change due to you just being able to just push them in the right direction or say something that might motivate them to do something to change their line that they currently were going on. And just it's not about um changing direction all the time. It's sometimes maybe pushing them a little bit further down the line. Sometimes they're a little bit slow. Sometimes you got to push them a little bit. No, let's get there quicker, right? And so that's what we're learning with high level. High level has a lot of beautiful pieces to it. And eh, I'm going to just start from trying to decide. Uh, if, I think I'm going to start from my agency view. Okay, yeah, let's start from there. All right, so I'm going to share the screen for a little bit. So I'm just letting you guys know. I need to share. So if you've gone into high level and you've started, you will probably end up at this screen right here. And of course, your screen is not going to look like my screen. Your screen is going to just show that you have on the free trial, you can have 3 sub accounts. That means you can have 3 businesses or you can have 1 business. It's totally up to you. That gives you 3 sub accounts on the free side and also on the lower end side. So here I actually show that I have my 2 companies, and those are other than my sub accounts. I have Jassy Crazy Faith Stokes, which you guys are all here right now. I told you I have another business, which is of course is listed there. It's called youbuyweprep.com. So you'll see that this is what it shows you. But what I love is it shows you the agency dashboard, it shows you prospecting, it shows you my sub accounts here, it shows you account snapshots, reselling, marketplace, affiliate portal, template library. Let's go there. Let's go to the template library. Okay, I'm going to take you there. That's right. Not now. I'm not going to do the 497 plan. Hold on. Let's hold on. I went there earlier. Okay, so for some reason it's not letting me. Hold on. Where is my view? Let's see. Okay, give me a second, guys. Oh, maybe it's in my subcounts. Hold on, guys. Yeah, Kaz, I see that. I'm trying to move my total. I was trying to find where I was starting to do the website builder. And so, you know how when you first start out, it shows you the templates, show you how you can build a website with it. Sure. You know what? That's what I'll let you do. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Cass come in as I go through here. And I'm going to let her show you what she's done. Let me add you, Cass. Let me stop sharing for a minute, guys. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, so that's fine. let me. I thought maybe you wanted to share your screen and then I can keep talking. How's that? Okay. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna. You should have it. Okay, there she is. All right. All right, guys. So you can see Kaz's dashboard here, and she has the demo Florist Riverboat events funnel going on here. So she's showing you this. And so what high level does is it allows you to build funnels. And some of you may say, well, what is a funnel? Well, what a funnel is this right here. So if you see this first where it says under control, it says A and B, this is what's called a landing page. The landing page is usually the first page that people go to if they want to learn anything about your business or your company. So she has this landing page here for her florist shop, her what's the name of this floor shop we have here? Oh, seasonal riverboat floral packages. That's cute. I like that, guys. I'm trying to look for the name of the floor shop. Sorry. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's beautiful. Look, it's like a riverboat florist, guys. So she has this on her landing page where it's showing people that it's a riverboat floral shop, and it shows complimentary floral tier boost, and it gives them a pop-up page. And what you see as in the pop-up is it shows that they can enter their information in, and you can reserve your free consultation now to learn about this floral shop. Okay. So, this is what you want to have for your business. Okay. You want to have a landing page that people can go to. And then once they fill out that pop up, you want them to have a thank you for coming in and filling out that free consultation, right? So this is what it shows you on her thank you page is it shows you that it has dates and time that they can actually book or call for the consultation. And you want that. This is helping people to get in contact with you, saying, okay, maybe today's not going to work, but hey, in a couple of days it can work. And I'm going to put that date and time in there. And they're saying that that's when they want you to make contact with them. And that shows that this time will then go over onto your calendars. Oh, she's showing you the workflow. So on the workflow, what happens is every single time that someone decides to set up a date or a time, it goes to this workflow. And what this workflow does is it shows you what you're going to do first. The first thing it's going to do, let's slow down cast for them. Let's go up first. Let's start there. See, it says trigger. The trigger was them landing on your landing page. You see how it says landing page there, right? Then right under there, it shows that it's going to go into an email. Automatically, once they land on that landing page and fill out those paperwork and that pop-up, it's going to send them out an email. Immediately, your people will get this beautiful email that says, welcome to a world of floral elegance. You see it down there. And it's going to send it to them, let them know we appreciate you coming and seeing and wanting your consultation. So that email is going to go out to them. Then after that email goes out to them, they're going to get an SMS text. That's right, a text, guys. It's going to go from that business number to that text saying, welcome to the Bloom and Drift. You see it. And so this is going to go to them as well. So now you just make 2 forms of contact with them immediately. And then guess what? How long are these timed apart, guys? The email goes first, then the text, and then the voicemail. So are they going simultaneously? Are they going like a day apart? Okay, awesome. Thanks. So there, as she shows you, it's going immediately. So you just sent right after they did the pop-up and the filling and the thank you just sent 3 forms of communication to your customer. You sent an email. So, hey, if they didn't see it, then they're going to get a text. Hey, and if they still didn't get it, guess what's going to happen? Now they're going to get a voicemail. That's right, a message. So now they know that you are eagerly appreciative of them reaching out for this consultation. So you've sent 3 forms of direct contact to them. And as you can see, after that voicemail, it says it's going to wait a day. So that means they get nothing for a day. And the voicemail, as she's saying right there, was made with AI. So that means, as you've heard all throughout this presentation and this masterclass today, as you've heard AI speak each of sorry, slow down here. With the Violin Masterclass app, you've heard AI speak what the Violin Masterclass was. You heard that voice. If you don't like that voice, you can change it. That's the beautiful thing about AI. If you don't want it, you can change it. So that voice is going to then send those people a voicemail, all done with AI. And then on top of that, so now they hear a humanistic voice being spoken to them. Then after a day, they get to see the next step. You see, it says, did they complete the next step? They get a second email that's going to go to them. And then it's going to show a different, of course, email. And guess what? I believe Kaz did this. I'm going to just say it out there, but she probably used an AI to help her with the emails as well, to send out those emails. Those probably, hey, I mean, if you want to sit there and type different emails, that's great, but she probably used AI with that. Well, I'm pretty sure to presume that. So now you've got 2 emails that have gone out with use of AI. Now you've got another text that's gone out. Look at that with AI. Now you have another voicemail that has gone out with AI. So now you have not only used AI, but then for just using it for the email, the text, and the voicemail. But now you're able to see here, as she's showing us, the statistics of how if it was opened, if it was clicked, if it was replied to, if it was bounced, all of that, if it was delivered. Come on, we all know that when you have an email address, you want to make sure these things are being opened, these things are being clicked, these people are going places. So it's all going to show you that through the statistics of this workflow. So you're going to see who's looking, who's not, if they're interested still. What can I say next? Then you wait another day. You see this? Then it says they complete the next step. Did they complete the next step? Then it's going to go through another round of email, SMS, text, voicemail, all of that. And as you can see, it keeps going, keeps going, keeps going, keeps going until finally it shows a 5th email sent after they've completed the 4th round. So that's the beautiful thing with high level is high level can set all of these things to motion. As you can see, Cass shows you right there. You see the phone numbers, you see who she's dealt with in her own floor shop. She gets those from the pop-ups. She's had 44 records that popped up. It shows who the new contacts are, if there are any. It shows. Here we go. Look at this. Shows cells, shows who's subscribed, who's unsubscribed. It shows all of this right there. So as you can see, she's had some success in automating these things for herself. And we want you to have that same type of success. So what we've done here is, like I said, is we're trying to help you to make sure that you have someone that is helping you through every step. Thanks, Cass, for sharing with us. With every step, by making sure that your hand is being held to learn. If you need help with high level, to learn that from me, I will walk you through it. I will show you. If I can't do it, then we've even put Kaz. That's right. You'll be able to get direct access to my personal virtual assistant. I don't care how many times you talk with people, they never ever give you access to their own virtual assistants. It's usually here you can hire this person, go through this person. We're giving you access to my virtual assistant. That's right. Someone that has the same knowledge that I have, but can help you through each step of these things if you so should need it. So if you were to sign up for high level and you were to need help today with high level and you have already decided, hey, you know what? I want to do this. I want to jump on this. I need this, Jassy. Then I want you to go to, can you put my personal email there for right now, Kaz, till we get Jassy the other email working. For some reason, guys, my Jassy at Jassy Crazy Faith Stokes is not working right now. So she's gonna put my personal email there. It's gonna be strengthen.me.club@gmail.com. And if you go there we go, Cass. If you go there right now and you say, Jassy, I need this. I want to sign up. I've already done, I went through your affiliate link. I signed up for high level. I've done that, but we need help. We need help with the content creation. We need help with this, with learning more about high level so that we can be able to get all of our business contacts in one place and personal contacts in one place. Me and Kaz are here. We're here to help you. And we want you to know that. But we're going to do for introductory rate right now for today, for introductory rate. And I know Kaz is going to send you out a list. That means that we, like I said, we have virtual assistants on deck. We have commercial creators on deck. We have content creators on deck. But we're doing for opening introductory rate right now for all of these. That means you get 2 weeks of this. That means you get 2 weeks of help with a content creator, with commercials, with a virtual assistant, with me as your business and life coach for 2-week introductory rate. We're going to give it to you for $2,500. That's right. $2,500. Do you understand what you have? We're talking about a business in a box. You not only have a life coach that's going to help you to keep everything into focus, you're going to have a virtual assistant that's going to help you get your high level up, everything. Anything added that you need, we're going to help you. Okay. You're going to also get your first commercial that you want to be on any platform that you want, whether if it's Facebook, if it's Instagram. You only get one commercial. Kaz, can you give us the stipulations of what Mahmoud only wants? I think it's 15, 25 seconds, 30 seconds. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you're going to get one commercial. You get one revision. Oh, it's 30 seconds. Thanks, Kaz. It's 30 seconds. And what he will do is he will create you a 30-second commercial. And that 30-second commercial is going to come with voiceover, everything. So you don't have to think about it. All you have to do is tell us what script you want. And how did you learn about the script? Because you are going to go through and you are going to put what your prompt into Gemini and tell Gemini what you want your script to say. And Gemini is going to generate that script for you. And like I said, anything that you don't like through that script, you can change and recreate, but whatever it is, you're going to put it into us. We're going to send it over to Mahmoud. Mahmoud is going to put it on to a 30-second commercial. If you have any images that you want in that commercial, you can send us those images. We can have those images. It doesn't mean even if you don't have all the images, Mahmoud is so good that he sometimes he has his own stockpile of images. And I kid you not, because he's done this for me too many times. He has his own stockpile of images that he uses that has never been anywhere. So you don't have to worry about copyright infringement and anything like that. And so also I got to back up. Let me slow down here because I get so excited about this. Is you need to make sure that when you're putting in prompts for scripts and that you want it to be on Facebook, that you need to make sure that you put in there that is, you need to have a verb, a line that basically says that does not infringe upon Meta. Okay. Meta is the Facebook police. Okay. That is the Facebook police, guys. And if you offend Meta, and if your ad does not comply, thanks, Kaz, with the Meta ads policy, your ad will not play on Facebook. Your ad will not be received. You will not be able to go anywhere. And I believe Facebook has other outlets that they funnel the ads to through Messenger is one. And also sometimes they cross funnel with Instagram. So sometimes when you have ads that pop up, because I don't know if you guys know this, that the owner of Facebook does own the Instagram as well, and now, from what I heard, WhatsApp. So if you know anything about WhatsApp, that again, so those are another outside places where your ad can be seen. So those all follow Meta ads policies. So if you don't know what you're doing and you want to know what you're doing and you need assistance with what you're doing, allow us to help you. Allow us to help you so that you can be in the right place at the right time using the right tools. So you have my direct email. You have that. You have Kaz for 2 weeks. You have Mahmoud for 2 weeks. You have Jade for 2 weeks. So Jade is content creation. Kaz is the virtual assistant. Mahmoud is our video commercial generator. Okay. You have these things at your disposal. And of course, you have me. And I tell you that the way I do business is I rally the troops. So we have the troops, we have the team here in place to help you. And if you want the help, then please get with us. You will probably, and you see my Kaz is good. You probably will get an email after this masterclass. I'm not gonna lie to you. You might even get a text if you gave us your phone number, but more than likely, I'm sure you're gonna get an email. So when that email comes through and it tells you what's the next thing that you can do if you want to get on board with what we're doing, is to make sure that you brand yourself in the best way possible, then please get back with us after this masterclass. We want to thank you guys so much for your time today. We're going to actually send you, I know for sure, your ebook after this masterclass today. It's have a plethora of information. Okay. It's going to help you step by step. I did not have 4 to 5 hours today to give you everything that's in that ebook. But I will tell you right now, the $5 you spent today, you will see it. And what you will see in that ebook is going to be worthwhile that you spent this time with us. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you got something from this class today. And I really hope that you will be a part of our team, because we definitely are looking for you to join us on the other side of success. Thank you, everybody, for your time. We love you and have a great day. Bye-bye.